All right, here we go. It is the last game of War Machine Wednesday for Season 2. This is something where every single week I've been having people over for games, and I've been doing the video for you guys. So you guys get the benefit. We've been doing our own little campaign here, and as the last game, we want to do something special. And so what we did is we made up a separate scenario. It's a specific one about mercenaries versus Legion, where a town was attacked, a little girl was overtaken with blight, and then basically she got better. So everyone wants to figure out why she got better. Legion wants to kill her and destroy things to ruin all the evidence and make sure that no one can figure out how to get rid of the blight, and that's how this all works. So this is going to be a 75-point game. The mercenary side gets to pick 2 jacks. They get to have shield guard. If they pick regular jacks already have shield guard, then they have a shield guard that works on any type of attack. For the Legion player, they get the extra benefit where they get to pick 2 units that can have ambush. If they already have ambush, then they can come from anywhere, so it's pretty awesome. The scenario is going to be on a map that's full of terrain, just buildings everywhere. It's supposed to be just like how it is, like in a city type thing. And the way it's going to work is that automatically Legion will win first turn, so the mercs can pick what side they're on. After everyone's done being deployed, there will be a building in the center, and then Miranda, who's the girl that survived, she has to be within 6 inches of the center. And the big thing here is that that building in the center works like an objective, so you can dominate for 2, control for 1, all that good stuff. However, another big thing here is going to be Miranda. If the Legion player is able to kill her, they're going to be able to score 2 more control points. So that can be pretty massive, because as you look here on the card, she's not that good. But past the turn 2, for every maintenance phase where she's still alive, the mercenaries get an extra point. So it's going to be a real kind of like attacker defender type thing. The mercs are trying to be keeping her alive. The Legion wants to be trying to kill her. And like her stats, they're pretty bad. It's going to be a little bit hard to try and keep her alive. But at the same time, there are going to be a lot of buildings there. She'll be protected on the first turn. Then she'll be able to run back. I'll be able to make it like a defensive walls around here with just models in general. And yeah, should be really interesting. So overall, it was actually supposed to be not me playing. It was supposed to be my buddy Tom, but he got had called into work, so couldn't play. So that's fine. That's awesome. I got to pull out my Magnus, and I did a little mixed list. I have my Magnus that's going to be having the 6 Buccaneers, so there's a big rush right away. And then there's a lot of different dudes. I have a couple of Nomads for some big hits, but otherwise it's going to be swarm, 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 and more just trying to keep her alive. If I can score in the center, great. But if not, if I can score off Miranda, that should be enough. So now we're going to be looking here at his forces here. So the Croak Hunters and the Pot, they're actually what's going to be coming on from ambush. The Raptors he was going to have coming from ambush, but changed his mind. So overall, a little bit of a smaller army, with Legion going up to 75. Things go away when you have these big units and stuff. But otherwise, here's my side, and you can see there's lots and lots of guys. Pretty much and there's Miranda. She's going to be playing the part of the one crew member from the Scather thing. You can see her now in the middle there. She's also the prey for Anissa Rival. And again, you can see the kind of like the number disparity. So first thing that's going up here is, of course, he got first turn. He is going to be having his Raptors and Anissa Rival going up the left flank. They're going to be very dangerous. The one Death Strider is going to come up here, shoot one guy down. I didn't think he'd be in range, but there you go. Kills one, but I get a corpse, so why not? Otherwise now, he's going to be going up here with his Scythian. He has a couple of Forsakens as well. So Forsakens, whenever you have lots and lots of models like me, yeah, Forsakens, they're kind of a bad thing because they'll just blow up and kill everything. So if I have ever any point where I can get a gun on them, I don't have a lot of guns, but I do have a couple. I got to really make sure I try and kill off those Forsaken before they do a lot of damage. And so I'm going to be really careful with this. Like I said, I want to jam, but I don't want to jam to the point where I'll lose all my things. This is where it's kind of nice. where I have the Buccaneers because they don't really care about the Forsaken. So there we go. There's their turn. By the way, people who don't know what twins are, that's the epic version where you get Rias and Saren. So they're both here. And so on my first turn, I'm going to be allocating one to each of the Buccaneers. They ran up. The Halberdiers, their main goal is just to go and try and make sure the guys coming from the flanks can't get on me. So they do that. Kill Balok does awesome, and he shoots down a raptor right away, so that's really welcome. Now, I got to kind of make an opening here, so what I do is I have the Pressgangers go and get out of the way, and then Miranda comes back, and my two Nomads, which are my shield guards, they come up around me. Of course, Magnus comes up, does his feat. I have Kayazi there on the bottom. I have Eliminators on either side that also went up, and now it's the feat. So I have one that goes up to go there for the Raptors, another one for the Raptors on this side, one on a Scythian, another one down here to be tying up Deathstalkers, another one on Scythian, and another one that could have ran around. He actually has Fiona the Lash down here. I'll be shifting down the camera for a second to show his ambushers there. Funny enough, like, this is sped up 8 times, so the first time I brought it down in the actual game, it's actually down for a while, but when you do it 8 times fast, there's just a little peekaboo. But either way, this is now an Elysian turn 2, and he's going to be coming on here with both his ambushers, and so his Croak Raiders and the pot is coming from the bottom. So I'm sure his plan is that, the Raptors should be enough to decimate everything I have at the top, so he's just going to be attacking from the other side. He also has to make sure he attacks from both sides too, because in this mission, I could always just run off with Miranda to one far corner, and if he can't get to me, I just kind of win. Maybe not so much, because actually, he doesn't need to kill Miranda. He could always just score on the central building, so that's always something too. Right now, he's just kind of going with his Raptors and stuff. He had first gone up with Nissa Rival, and she actually missed, and so that kind of sucked for her. Raptors came in, and they really messed up that Buccaneer, ripped off both of its arms, so that's pretty much it for there. Now he's going with the Croak Raiders at the bottom. They're going after that Buccaneer, and yeah, Croak Raiders, they can kill heavies, so a Buccaneer is no problem. Then he also is going to be able to kill off a few of these Halberdiers as well, but not really enough of them. Then the pot is full, so the pot is going to be coming up here, and it's going to be making, I believe, a Stinger it was, which is going to miss or something like that. But either way, Fiona the Lash, she's going to be going and throwing one of my Halberdiers over here. Didn't hit the target he wanted, and then also didn't roll enough to actually even kill him. So he's kind of got thrown down here and knocked down, so not really the end of the world. Now his Naga is attacking the Buccaneer there, trying to do some work on it. He tried sneaking past with a Deathstalker, but that Buccaneer with a free strike takes him down, so the Buccaneers doing their work. Rias now came up there, and she had done one good attack, which did fairly well. The nice thing here is, with the Seraph, they can come up here, go on the one side of the wall, kill things, and then slipstream to get back. So, yeah, they can do fairly well. And the other thing there, too, is remember there was 2 Buccaneers, one further down, one at the top. So, Rias has already killed the one Buccaneer. I believe the other one was just, left barely alive. Yeah, it's just a few boxes left. So now the Seraph is going to come up here, slipstream, get Rias back to safety, try and take some shots down here, try and kill some Kayazi off. Kills off 2 of the Kayazi. But I'm going to get some souls here, some corpses, so I'll get some Risen coming back, not the end of the world. He's also then going to go, I believe it was a Scythian, something kills that other Buccaneer. So I'm already down a good number of these Buccaneers. Now the one at the top there, or those will also die to that Scythian. So all the Buccaneers will die, except for the one at the very top that has no arms. So really, the Buccaneers got slaughtered, but look where they are. They are still back there, not very far, and that's exactly what I need. I need them to stay off of me so I can really slow this game down, start scoring off of Miranda, and then maybe also try and deliver these Nomads to his heavies to take him out. Otherwise, the Forsaken are coming up, getting a little bit more fury, and that's his turn 2. So now we're on to my turn 2. Last time, from now on, at the start of my turn, I'll be getting 1 control point. Up at the top there, the ninjas are going to charge in, the Eliminators, and they're going to be killing the Deathstalker that was up there. Over here, I'm going to be getting a couple of charges on, kind of. I'm going after Anissa Rival. I'm actually going to be missing her, but no big deal. She actually kind of like fast cab behind the building at the top, so now I actually have her kind of trapped in. She has parry, but if she can't get past you, she's kind of stuck there. Otherwise, I tried charging one raptor. I actually hit, but then I believe I failed the kill. And now at the bottom, this is where I'm really looking forward to doing a lot of killing. These croak raiders are here, and they don't like getting charged. These halberdiers, they're cheap, they're a little bit crappy, but they have their good points, like now, where when they charge, they get +2 to hit, and they can really slaughter these croak raiders, and then again just tie them up. And then meanwhile, the eliminators have killed Fiona the Lash at the bottom. Now what I'm doing is I'm going here with my Risen, and I believe here is where I'm just trying to just tie things up. Later on, I'm going to be wanting to try be making some what do you call them, some Risen behind there, the other side of the building, so I actually can trying to kill some of these things off. He has Psychic Vampire up right now, so that's going to be hurting me as I do some spells. So Orin's going to come up here and do, say, like Null Zone and stuff like that. All the models moving up here, looking scary, other than Magnus, who's hiding back. And that's really it. Again, I want to stay a little bit back because I know that I'm going to have a little bit of an issue here with his Forsaken. And yeah, that's really it. So on to his turn 3. First thing he's going to do is come in here with the Seraph, and it's going to be trying to be killing off Orin Midwinter. But he's going to not be able to do it because of shield guards. Again, remember with this scenario, I get my 2 nomads or shield guards, so they're actually going to be saving Orin for now. Clearly, he's a big target because, you know, with no magic, the twins love doing like flashing blades and cool stuff like that. Otherwise, he now, I believe, did not kill my Buccaneer. The Buccaneer is still a little bit hurt. Well, okay, really hurt, just barely alive. Also made a few shots over there, but really, those Raptors are not getting any ground. And again, that's what this game is all going to be about. Trying to keep Miranda alive, who's at the back side of the rightmost building, and then meanwhile, just trying to like slow this stuff. So now he's going to be coming over here with Zerial and the sprays, and that's going to be a deadly thing. In these type of games where you're really bunched together trying to go between buildings, Zerial will fry you. So he killed off a few guys there. He was wanting to try and kill my eliminators. That didn't really work. Otherwise, here at the bottom, he's just trying to clear away the Risen that were there. The Naga is going to come up, and now the Naga is going to be able to shoot down Orin. I can only keep him alive so long. Otherwise, the 2 Scythians are kind of just there in position, guarding either side of the building. And now, after he finishes up the stuff here in the bottom, it's soon going to be my turn. Unfortunately, with this screen, I tried going wide to get as much as we can, but there will be some stuff here in the bottom we won't see. Basically, what's happening right now is that what remains of the Croak Raiders are trying to fight back. They are going to kill some of my guys, but again, I'm going to be able to clean those guys up with what remains. Plus, my Kayazi Assassins are there, so they just can't really do that much. Alright, this is my turn, turn 3, so Miranda's still alive, so I score 1 point. When I bring my Risen in, I was able to bring up 1 on the other side of that building there, so that's good. I'll be able to... I could actually go for Saren if I wanted to, but I think, again, going after that Forsaken is going to be a bigger deal. Saren's going to be really hard to hit. I believe she had 1 transfer anyway, so it's not really that big of a priority. The Forsaken is a much bigger one. Otherwise, I'm charging down here at the bottom, really just trying to tie everything up, whatever lights he had made or lessers, just trying to really do damage to them. I believe at this point here, not all the Croak Raiders are dead, but maybe there's like 1 alive that's tied up with 2 halberdiers, so really the bottom here is really not an issue anymore. Plus, the eliminators were able to charge in, and they actually killed the pot this turn. So that's it. The lunch ladies all go away, and that's it for the spawning vessel. Otherwise, the Forsaken or not the Forsaken, the Buccaneer goes up to be annoying. The Halberdiers are going up to be annoying. Actually, no, at this point, the last Buccaneer had died. So, yeah, no more Buccaneers. Now it's just the Halberdiers trying to slow things down. I believe this is the turn where I actually killed Rival, so she's dead. That's awesome. And now what I want to do is I want to be killing off this Seraph. I want to start killing off the heavies. The Seraph isn't a major piece, but it's one you kind of want dead. So first I went at it with some of my little guys. Now I'm coming in here with the Nomad. And the Nomad with Iron Aggression, yeah, it can really do a lot of work. So the Seraph is dead, a lot of guys in the way. If I don't mention it, I went up there and I turned that one Risen into a Thrall. The Thrall killed one of the Forsakens, so one Forsaken is down at least. Otherwise now, more attacks coming here in the bottom, and yeah, really cleaning up what's left on the bottom side of the board. So the fact that you can't see what's down here really won't really matter anymore. Alright, so now we're on to his turn 4, and now it's, I only killed one Forsaken, which means there's still one left, and she's angry. She explodes, and whereas I had all these guys in the way to kind of stop him from getting to me, he explodes all those press gangers up. So lots of corpses for me, but yeah, lots and lots of dead, and that's just kind of what Forsaken do. So next he's going to be going here and trying to figure out where he can actually go with his Naga and all the rest of it. We are not playing actually with Death Clock on this one because it's supposed to be a fun last mission, having some drinks and all this good stuff. So, whenever you need more time, we spend it. I also hadn't mentioned it, but at the top there, I had gone after that Carnivian and did some pretty good damage with my Eliminators. And had actually, actually killed that Carnivian. So that was actually really huge, killing that Carnivian and the Seraph. But now he's coming back here around the other side, doing some damage. And what this actually is now is actually, the feat. He goes around here, and it's a thing where he charges with Rias, and he runs with Saren, comes over here to where Alexia is, and then they feat, so they change places. So now Rias was over by Alexia, and Saren is back behind, and then Rias was able to kill Alexia, and also take off the sword and Cortex from the other nomads. That was really, really bad. Whereas I was starting to feel that I was getting ahead on the attrition, losing Alexia, that's worth the feat, But losing that sword, that's the reason why I can't stand these nomads sometimes, because if you just take out their sword, they can't do very much. So at least now his feat's out of the way, and with Iron Aggression, I should be able to come over here and kill Rias, but yeah, I'm going to have to make some choices. So otherwise, his last remaining Scythian comes up there. I was a little bit worried I was going to try and get around to my Nomad, but it didn't. He's kind of just being a little bit more defensive, and now I'm having to make some decisions of how I want to do this. I could be putting... Okay, there's no Cortex onto the other Nomad, but I could put Iron Aggression onto it and get one boosted attack with the shield, which could kill it, Rias. But if I miss, she gets to hit back, and that could make things even worse. So in the end, I decide to go here with the Nomad, automatic boost to hit, and then after that I'm able to kill her. So Rias is off the board now. That's nice to have. Otherwise, charged into the Naga with a couple of guys, did a little bit of damage rather. The Kayazi, they're going to start working their way back. Up here now, Magnus is actually going to be putting Iron Aggression onto the damaged Nomad, and that Nomad's just going to run up there to get in the way. Just getting up there. Magnus is a little bit further up, but I think he's going to be fine. Again, I got another control point because it was my turn, so I'm at 2 points already at this point here. At the top, the Halberdiers are trying to jam things up, and now we're back to his turn 5, I think it is, and he definitely needs to try and figure something out. His attrition is not going his way. I'm starting to score a lot of points, so he needs to do something. So the first thing he does is his Scythian comes here and destroys that Nomad. So that Nomad's gone. The Naga also gets a little bit nasty. Plus, I think there's a Shredder there too. And between the two of them, they kill off a good number of guys there. And now he comes in here with what's his face? I forgot his name. Zuriel. There you go. And at first he was wondering if he should come in and try and go for the assassination. But in the end, he's actually just going to go for the Nomad and trying to really mess it up. But he gets horrendous dice. So it's back to my turn again now. I'm now at 3 points. The Raptors are also almost free. So the Raptors have pretty much killed all the the halberdiers. And now all I need is for the Nomad to go and kill Zuriel, but when I roll this out, it doesn't work. I have some misses, some dice isn't really good there, and Zuriel lives. So this is really, really bad. I charged in with all I could, didn't work, so Zuriel being alive is not good. He was supposed to die, and then the Risen were going to jam up the Scythian, but now the Scythian can get around to the Nomad, and Zuriel can just kill everything. So you can see there, Miranda's running away. Magnus moved back a little bit safe. The Kayazi are moving up. The last of my regiments of the Halberdiers are up there. So on his turn 6 now, I believe it is, they're going to be coming up here, killing the last of the Halberdiers. So I have no more defenses up there. And now they're really going to be a real problem shooting things up. The Scythian is going to come around here, going after my Nomad. I'm going to get a defense bonus because of how this obstruction is between us, but it's not going to save me. It's an angry Scythian, and he can kill me if he wants to, pretty much. So just buying some attacks here. Did my Nomad actually live? Either way, my sword's gone, so it doesn't even matter. Oh, yeah, there we go. Zuriel's going to finish me off. But fearing for the Kayazi, because now they actually killed the Naga and the Shredder. Saren had gone up there, so you can't really see her. She's up by the Scythian. She had stabbed some Pressginger or something. And then Zuriel came up and finished the Nomad. So now we're back to my turn. Turn 4. I'm going to score another control point for nothing. At this point, there's not really much he can do, but we're still going to play this out. So I'm going to try and take down a heavy. I really, really, really want to take down Zuriel. And meanwhile, the Kayazi are trying to get over to Saren. But I just still can't finish off Zuriel. You know, Zuriel he's a beefy guy. Before he had tenacity up, no tenacity now, but even then, scary stuff. But yeah, Miranda runs away, Magnus runs away, and now it's just up to him. So pretty much he knows he's going to lose. Raptors run over here just to come over here, kind of like chase me down, just to say like, okay, just remember you would be being shot down and killed. Otherwise, now he's just going to kind of like go with the rest of these guys, try and kill as many as he can. So right now, this is, I believe, spells coming from Saren, which is blasting a ton of my guys. And then that's really it. You know, he kills a good number of the guys, and then I started my next turn. I go up to 5 points, and that's the game. So the game just ended on scenario. So what did you think of the game here?
It was a good game. It was a lot of fun. It's definitely a great change from, as a certain individual said, fighting over circles and rectangles.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't catch her.
So, I mean, of course, when you make a scenario, it's just kind of until you playtest, you don't know. Do you think normally it's a balanced one? Or do you feel like once it gets away, then it's pretty much game over?
No. I think I could have caught her if your halberdiers didn't jam me up for basically the entire game with the Raptors.
Yeah.
But other than the Raptors, I don't think anything else could have caught her.
I think if you would have had the Raptors in ambush, there's no way I could have stopped them from killing her.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Because then they just bypass the halberdiers wherever they want. And But I mean, like, otherwise, I mean, I was still trying to play as if, you know, because you almost start scoring on the house here,
yeah.
right? And then all of a sudden, if you're scoring 2 points per player turn, it ends pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah, I guess I probably could have concentrated on that more so. I might have been able to do it, but still iffy. You had a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes.
All right, well, thanks for the game. And for those watching, thanks for watching. Bye.